Well, I think the issue right now with the Municipal Act is that it assumes that people who are found guilty of these types of things, of egregious acts and sexual harassment, that they'll do the right thing and they'll step down because it doesn't look good, and that's something that a politician might do. But unfortunately, as we've seen with councillor Chiarelli and in other municipalities across Ontario, that's not the case. And there is nothing in place right now to remove him. And his ward is basically left with representation of a man that they don't trust, they don't want representing them or speaking for them. Some of his victims still live in his ward, and there's nothing anyone can do about it, because the only way he could be removed is for missing a certain number of council meetings in a row, or physically serving jail time, which it should not reach that point for that to happen. We should be holding our elected officials, who are supposed to represent us, to a higher standard, not a lower standard than we would in any other field. And there's mechanisms if it's financial impropriety, so like misuse of funds in certain cases. So with Bill 10, we were hoping that we could extend that to the misuse of people's lives, that if you are harassing your staff or people, or you're abusing your power in this way, it could be sent to a judge who would then review it and be able to have that power. And it got shot down.
What are you hoping will happen in this upcoming provincial election?
I would like to see the candidates take this on as something that they want to see, that they want accountability to be a priority, because it's starting to feel to me like people who don't, there may be a reason why. If you don't want people held accountable, why? Give us a reason, because none of these reasons of it could be politically motivated or could be a political hit job, it's not handled by council. It's not motivated that way. It would be handled by a judge. That's how this happens. So what would be the real reason that people don't want to support this? You should want accountability for the people that are elected, and to me that shows, it speaks to your character. It shows that we can trust you, that you think, oh, that's fine. If there's penalties, if I do wrong, I'm okay with that because I'm not above it. So I think the province should really step up.
So you weren't at the last bra hanging event in 2019. Why not?
At the time, I hadn't gone public yet, partly because I had just filed the complaint with the Integrity Commissioner. So he had urged me that it might be a good idea to not speak publicly on it, just to protect the investigation. So I wanted to do that first and foremost. But also I was still very afraid of the consequences of speaking out about the councillor, because at my time in his office, he would tell stories about people's jobs that he got them fired from later because they spoke ill of him, or things he had done to people that were in his bad books. So I was afraid. I didn't feel like I was going to be believed. I thought people would come after me with pitchforks. And I have to say that I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw the reaction to the first story and then seeing the first demonstration here. I was watching very, very closely because it meant a lot to see my city supporting everyone that was speaking out.